Hi, welcome to my writing loft, and don't pay attention to these unfinished walls. I'm going to be working on that later, but right now you have come to learn how you can give some creative instructions to your young children to make paper chains that look a lot like this and less like this. You know, it's really difficult for a young child to make a circle from a piece of paper. So we have to be creative in telling them how they can do this. And believe me, they can do it. I've seen it. I have a group of 3 and 4 year olds in my Sunday school class, and they were able to do it and love doing it. So let's show you how you can do that also. First of all, you're going to have to make strips of paper. Of course, this is something that you might not want to turn them loose on. You can do this ahead of time. And if you're not already layering up your papers, you can use a stack of 4 or whatever to layer them up and cut them out strips that will save you from doing individual cuts. I'm sure many of you are already doing that, but I've seen people before taking the time to cut out every little strip, and that takes time. We're trying to save you time during this Christmas season. We don't want you to be stressed either. So have those strips cut out ahead of time. This is another thing that you're going to have to do to prepare your strips for the children. First of all, you're going to need to be the one that writes down the prayer suggestions for your little ones. So be creative in coming up with ideas that will touch their hearts so that they can pray in an honest way for people in need, or even for things that are thankful for throughout the season while you're praying with them at night. So you write these prayer suggestions on there. And remember, you don't have to do a new one for every one of the nights before Christmas. You can reuse a lot of these. It's okay to pray for people over and over again, or be thankful over and over again. So have those things written out. Now, before you sit your children down to show them how to do this, there is another thing that you need to do. And I'm calling this my hand clap method, because we're going to pretend that these dots that we're putting on these strips are hands. Take advantage of the young child's imagination. They can see a hand where the dot's going to be very, very clearly. They won't have a problem with this. If you're very artistic and have a lot of time and want to draw little hands on each of these, that's fine too. But I suggest just doing it the simple way. Let's put a dot on the end of one of these, just a little round dot so they can see it. And what we're going to do then is flip this over. On the opposite side, on the opposite end, draw another dot, which is going to be our other hand. So we've got 2 hands on the strips, right? Now, when the children come, we're going to tell them these are the handprints. This is the first hand, and what we're going to do with that hand is to rub some glue on it, make it nice and sticky. Going to rub it round and round. Oh, yeah, get it good and sticky. And then we're going to need to find the other hand, because we want the hands to clap, don't we? Where is the other hand? I don't see it on that side. So we're going to flip. There it is. We flipped it over and we found the other hand. So with that sticky hand, let's lay it on top. If they're going to be able to clap, they're going to have to go together. One hand on top of the other one, clap them together, and now we're going to press that in. So we have made a circle. Look what you've done. You've made a circle. Now tell the children they're going to have another special thing to do. Let's find a different color this time. We're going to use red and green. That'll make a pretty Christmas chain. So once again, we're going to have to get out our strip. But what we're going to do this time is we're going to do something really special. We're going to put it through there. But before you put it through there, let's go ahead and put some glue on that hand. Oh, yeah, I found a hand, and I've got my glue on there. It's nice and sticky. Where's my other hand? I want to make them clap. Not now. Nope. First of all, we're going to put it through the green one. Now, let's find our hands to let them clap. Sticky hand. And another hand, put them together. The 2 hands have to touch. Hold that. Oh, look there, we got another one. Can we do that again? Let's do that again. Let's try green going through the red this time. Well, first of all, do remember, we're going to have to put the glue on the handprint before we thread it through. So now we hold it. We're holding the red one. We're going to put the green one through. Let's find that other hand. There it is. Going to have to flip him over so they can touch. Clap. They're together. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to put another one, of course, but we're going to celebrate every time we put another ring on. And I'm telling you, I promise you, you're going to see your children's excitement about this craft growing as their chain grows. So we're going to celebrate every time we see one. Look how big it's getting. 1, 2, 3. Count up and show them how big it's getting. Can we make it bigger? Well, sure we can. We're going to put another one through. If they get caught up in the activity of putting these together and they miss the pattern, we're not going to sweat over that too much. We'll do a pattern activity later. Some of them, this would be a good learning activity for them to learn about patterns. But now just the accomplishment of being able to make a chain is enough. So if they get mixed up on the pattern, let's don't sweat over that. Just let them keep going. But if you can, it's good to make the red and green pattern grow. They will enjoy that. But the most important thing is to tell them, you know what we're going to do? On the top of this, we're going to put our star, and we can glue that on right there. We'll put a little sticky on that glue. And every night, we're going to have an activity time before we go to bed. Because inside of those circles, we've got a prayer. And we're going to pray for the thing that we're, the strip that we take off that night. We'll pray for that very thing. And we'll see how many days are left until Christmas as it's getting shorter and shorter. But we're going to have a time to pray for people who need our prayers, people who are sad or sick or lonely. And we're going to pray Thanksgiving prayers for all the wonderful things that God has blessed us with. And that's going to be a time that we're going to think about somebody outside of ourselves on Christmas, on the days leading to Christmas. What a special way to celebrate the birthday of our King Jesus. I hope you have a good time making this with your preschoolers. I look forward to hearing what you have to say in our comments. Let us know what you did and how that turned out. All the fun stories that you had while you were bringing your children together for this very simple, but yet very meaningful Christmas craft. Merry Christmas to you and your families. Thank you from the Light from the Loft.